is Kendra Preston, and I'm going to read you one of my very own stories today. It's called Savvy and Maddy's Amazing Art Project. And if you're not familiar with my books, Savvy is this amazing giraffe right here, and Maddy is this super cute little monkey. So we are going to follow them into art class and see what they're going to create. But before we do that, what I want you guys to do is put on your listening ears so that you pay really close attention to the story. And then what I also want you to put on are your thinking caps. So can you do that for me real quick? Because I am going to ask some questions throughout the story and then also at the end of the story. Are you ready? Let's go. Savvy and Maddy's Amazing Art Project. Story by Kendra Preston. That's me. Illustrations by Mabel Chong. Today was the best day of the week. At least Savvy thought so. It was Tuesday, and that meant only one thing: art class at school. Not only that, but today Savvy's art class was beginning a new project. Each student was going to paint a picture of his or her favorite place. Savvy couldn't wait. She started thinking of all the different places she liked to go. There were so many, but one place really stood out. Savvy absolutely loved flying high in the sky in her uncle's hot air balloon. She liked watching the fluffy white clouds float by. She also enjoyed hearing the noisy birds chirp back and forth to one another. One time, Savvy had even seen a rainbow up close. How many of you guys have seen a rainbow? What's your favorite color of the rainbow? All right, let's keep going. So she decided for this art project, she was going to paint the most beautiful picture of the sky that anyone had ever seen. Savvy arrived at art class where her teacher, Miss Pallett, shared some bad news. She didn't have enough art supplies for all of the students to make their own paintings. Savvy and her classmates would have to work in pairs. Savvy was disappointed. What if her partner hadn't flown in a hot air balloon before? Or, worse yet, what if she had to work with someone who wasn't a good painter? Savvy was worried. She wanted her picture to be perfect. She felt a little better when Miss Pallett announced that Maddy would be her partner. He was nice and seemed to be a pretty good artist, too. Unfortunately, when Savvy asked Maddy if he had ever ridden in a hot air balloon, he said he hadn't. "How about a plane?" she asked. "Have you ever traveled on a plane?" "Nope," Maddy replied. Savvy's heart sank. "Well, where is your favorite place to go?" she asked politely. "I love the beach," he exclaimed. "I like surfing on the huge, crashing waves. I also like searching for sharks and building gigantic sandcastles." "Oh," said Savvy, trying not to sound discouraged. What would they do now? Savvy did not like going to the beach. She was an awful surfer and was terrified of sharks. On top of that, the colorful spots on her skin burned easily in the sun. Okay, let's pause here for a minute. Does anybody have an idea of what the two of them could do? Okay. Keep those ideas with you, and we're going to continue on and see what they decide to do, okay? Savvy and Maddy discussed which favorite place to paint on their canvas. After some disagreement, they decided that they could probably fit both of their most loved places on the painting. They got to work. They were busy putting the finishing touches on their painting when Miss Pallet walked by. "Beautiful," she commented. Savvy and Maddy couldn't agree more. "Hey, Maddy," Savvy said, "maybe you could come up in my uncle's hot air balloon with me sometime." "That would be awesome," Maddy replied. "And maybe we could go to the beach together sometime too." Savvy hesitated. "Sure," she said. "I could help you build the biggest sandcastle ever. I am pretty tall." They both laughed. Working together hadn't been so hard after all. So did anybody guess that they would both get to fit all of the things that they loved together on one painting? That was an awesome solution, wasn't it? Now I want you guys to think of a time where maybe you had to work in a group or with a team or with a partner. And I want you to think about how you felt about that. Did you think that it was easy or hard, or did it make you happy or sad? And I want you to talk to whoever you're with and tell them all about that experience, okay? So we're going to start with that. Next, I want you to think if you could fly on a plane and go anywhere that you wanted to go, where would you go and why? And finally, I want you to think about your very own favorite place. And if you have a piece of paper and a pencil at home, or even some crayons or paints, you can create a beautiful piece of art with your favorite place on it to hang on your fridge. Thanks for joining me today.